We talked the other day about a team win. Just in a game like this today, when you come back, just how good does it make you feel as a manager that so many guys did something today to help
Yeah,
this game?
that was definitely a team win. I mean, 6 pitchers, everybody up and down the lineup contributing. It was, good defensive plays, you name it. Just an all-around really good come-from-behind win. Uh, Definitely felt dead those first few innings. We were having a hard time getting to Hendricks. They got to Slade early, but then we were able to stop it, and then our guys just kept crawling back. That was a really nice win.
We talk all the time about the roles. Everybody's role is pretty much can do anything. To be able to bring Gaddison when you brought him in, and then to be able to have Logan, just how much does that help you do it a little differently, but help make it work?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Logan got put into a tough spot. We had the rotation shuffle with Slade getting pushed back a few days, going out to the bullpen, and he's going in there thinking he's got 3 innings to pitch, and then we flipped the game. But that's as good as we've seen Logan in a little while too. He looked really good. Gaddy coming in the 5th inning, he hadn't done that much, so everybody's got to be ready at all times, and they stepped up.
Is it like typical for Ramirez where hitting straight games, intentionally walked twice, and then comes up and does what he does, hits home run? Is that a surprise at all?
No, I mean he just continues to be fun to watch and be amazing what he does, and a hitting streak is, we always joke, hey, start a new one tomorrow. He didn't skip a beat. I mean, he was locked in the whole day. I mean, he got 3 pitches to hit and hit all 3 of them very hard. It's unbelievable.
Surprised he was intentionally walked in the first inning?
Not really. They got to 3-0. I think, had the count been different, I don't know if they would have done it in that situation. But, José's one of the best hitters on the planet. And as the opposing team, you're always going to say, don't let him beat you. So not very surprised to see him walked there.
What can you say about not only today, but just the month that Santana has had, just what he's been able to do in the middle of your lineup to help you?
Yeah, I mean, Carlos, historically has tough Aprils. He talks about it. It's and right away, his first at bat of May, I think, is Toronto hit a homer, and it was just all right. Maylos is here, and he goes on to have a huge month. I think tied a career high in RBI. So Carlos had a great month. Continue to keep him rolling, and it just makes the lineup longer as each guy gets going.
With Cecconi's injury or whatever he had that caused him to get pushed back, did that have any effect on him today?
No, he felt great. I thought Slade, for the most part, threw the ball pretty well. He had a couple walks that hurt him, and obviously the long ball. But, I thought Slade, he looked fine. They got his pitch count up a little bit. Definitely not as sharp as his first 2, but sometimes with the longer layoff and, your schedule getting disrupted. But he'll be right back on turn. So looking forward to Slade going out next time.
Do you see anything different in Nolan's last week or so, or is it just the culmination of his work kind of paying off?
I think Nolan's getting a little more aggressive. He's taking some more chances. I think still getting to know Nolan and watching him play every day. But he's definitely starting to get some results, which is great. And for him the base running to pop up and score on that ball as well. So Nolan can play. We know he's a good player. We're just continuing to push himself and we're going to continue to push him to learn and get better.
You're constantly able to come back no matter what the score is.
No, bueno, yo creo que para mí, no para mí, para el equipo, a nosotros no nos importa cómo esté el partido. A nosotros, ¿sabes? Nos tienen que hacer los 27 avos. Si no nos hacen los 27 avos, nosotros vamos a pelear hasta el final y yo creo que esa es la clave, la mentalidad de nosotros. Nosotros siempre vamos a pelear, pase lo que pase.
I think for us, we really played 27 outs. I mean, they cannot count us out mid-game for whatever. We know we have a chance always to keep fighting, and we want to try to fight that. So for us, they have to really get those 27 outs, and I know the guys will be always fighting to get come back.
And that at bat, what are you looking for as you get deeper into the count?
No, sabes, peleando el turno, yo sabía que él lanzaba muchos rompientes, pero mi mentalidad era siempre mantenerme en la recta, porque si yo estoy a tiempo en la recta, yo voy a estar, sabes, a tiempo para los picheos rompientes. Y yo decía que iba a haber un picheo que no iba a tener que lanzar la recta, porque, sabes, ya le estaba reconociendo bien los rompientes y me lanzó la recta y pude conectar el batazo.
I felt it was like a good fight. I knew he was really good with his breaking pitches, but I had to be sitting on fastball. I know sitting on a fastball allowed me to recognize a breaking pitch, and he's thrown so many at that point that I knew he had to throw one, and I was able to execute that one.
Jose, as you watch Gabby go through this season, what stands out to you that has made him be the player he's been so far?
¿Qué es lo que, viendo a Arias jugando la temporada, qué es lo que te llama la atención que le ha permitido tener el rendimiento que ha tenido hasta ahora?
Bueno, su concentración, está bien concentrado en lo que está haciendo y eso le está dando un buen resultado.
Yeah, he's being able to be in focus on the game and how he's been able to concentrate on many things in the game. I think that's what is allowing him to be the player that we're seeing right now.
Jose, what was your reaction to being intentionally walked twice in the first 3 innings?
¿Cuál fue tu reacción de que te dieran el boleto intencional las 2 primeras veces?
Ninguna. Estoy acostumbrado año tras año, lo mismo. Eso no normal, es parte del juego. Yo no quiero que le hagan daño y eso era lo que iba.
I mean, it's not new to me. I think it happens every year, and I feel that's part of the game. Obviously, they don't want me to do any damage to them, so they saw the situation, and it makes sense that they did it.
You see that, you take that as motivation?
¿Tú usas eso como motivación de alguna manera?
Realmente le da más confianza a uno porque saben que a veces uno no cree lo que uno es y esas cosas te dan confianza.
I think it's an extra motivation for you, a little confidence boost. Sometimes, some days that you don't feel the level of confidence that you have in yourself, and when they do that stuff, it's kind of like a good reminder of what you can do.
Defensively, Jose, you got some balls hit to you today. Just what about where you're at defensively? What does it mean for you to be able to do the same thing offensively, but do it defensively as well?
Que la jugada que tuviste defensivamente has tenido en el último juego, ¿qué dice de ti o cómo te hace sentir también que puedes tener ese rendimiento tanto defensivo como ofensivamente?
Sí, el trabajo que estamos poniendo día tras día, eso está saliendo el resultado. Hay que eso es parte del juego porque una buena defensa eso hace ganar el juego también.
I think it's part of the work that we put in previously for that, and we're getting the results of that. I think as important as offense is for us, defense is as important as well, and we know that sometimes defense can allow you to win games.
Did anything feel different at the plate when you're on that hitting streak? I know it ended yesterday, but did anything feel uniquely better?
Algo que se sintió únicamente diferente o únicamente único en ese sentido, esta racha que tuviste de tantos partidos con hits.
Repítame.
O sea, que tanto algo cambió, alguna sensación diferente saber que tienes esa racha de tantos juegos seguidos dando hits.
¿Y que me la quitaron ayer o
No,
algo?
no, cómo se sentía en esos días. O sea, no te lo preguntó por lo que estabas aún en la racha, pero ahora que ya no estás te pregunto cómo te sentías entre ese tiempo, o si algo se sentía diferente.
No, sí, claro, uno viene motivado siempre a querer dar hit para seguir la racha. O sea, es una motivación de uno mismo, que uno es como que una pelea entre uno mismo, como vamos, tiene que hacerlo. O sea,
I feel there's like an extra motivation every day, as an extra reminder with yourself that you needed to win that fight that day. Normally you just go and try to do your best, but those days you get an extra motivation to go there and try to get that result.
For either of you guys, is there anything that stands out when you see what Carlos Santana has added to the lineup?
¿Alguno de ustedes algo que impresiona o llama la atención de ver cada día a Santana en el line-up? La presencia de él en el line-up.
que es un viejazo. No, mi hermano Santana, contento porque es un tipo que trabaja muy fuerte, más fuerte que todo el mundo y uno se siente contento cuando salen las cosas bien.
I mean, other than he's a very old man, no, he's my brother. I love the fact that he's able to work hard, and we know that he's the hardest worker out there, so we see that every time he works and he's playing every day, it shows why he works so hard and plays the way he does.
Y yo creo que para mí ¿sabes? Santana es un pelotero que uno lo puede agarrar como ejemplo, ¿sabes? Por la edad que tiene. No todo el mundo llega así a esa edad y de la forma en que él trabaja, ¿sabes? Es lo que hace que él pareciera un muchacho como nosotros, ¿sabes? Y yo creo que todo lo que él hace, ¿sabes? Es lo que hace que él se vea así.
I think for me it's like an example to follow. When you see that age, the way how he plays the game, how he moves around, he looks like one of us, the younger guys. So for us, it's a good example to follow that you need to prepare and do those things that he does in the game and help us be better players.
Sigue siendo viejo.
But he's still being an old guy for us.
I know you kind of had a conscientious effort to kind of drive the ball more and keep spots where it made sense. First homer since April. Like, just what have you made of maybe the slugging numbers over the past month?
Yeah, just baseball. I think it's tough when pitchers are hitting their spots. I think we always say pitchers drive nice cars too. So we've run some good pitching situations, maybe not lined up. And then I think when you get a little cautious looking for pitches out there, you miss some pitches close by. So yeah, definitely good to find a barrel, get to the outfield. Hope we can have some more of those.
What do you make of this win by you guys today? Largest comeback of the year.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even know that. I don't know. It just feels like one of those things where if we're down by a couple rounds or whatever, there's no panic in there. We trust each other to kind of just get the next guy up. No one needs to be the hero. Obviously, Gabe was the hero in his spot today, but it took a little bit of chip in from everybody to get on base, get a couple runs over. I think that's just what we do. We trust each other, and we don't need to do too much.
How Jose's hit over the last few weeks, does that feel like he's on a heater, or does it feel like it's just normal?
Yeah, it feels normal to me. I think when it's all said and done, that's how I'm gonna remember him instead of maybe when he's not doing like as he'd like. He's having fun. He's playing good baseball. Yeah, I think that's just what he does. And other teams, obviously, you saw it today, intentionally walked him twice. I think that's the kind of fear he puts in people's lineups, and he still was able to get his hits today.
What about being intentionally walked in the first inning?
Yeah, it's great. It's cool.
That's a lot of respect.
Yeah, a lot of respect.
Sentiments you guys line up. I think most RBIs for him in his career in a single month this month.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's cool. I mean, you're always gonna have a professional bat with him. He's the same guy every day, and we're thankful for that. He has some good veteranship in the locker room. Yeah, it's been cool seeing him do what he does.
Slade, you got to make your first start here at home. Just how did you feel like it went?
Wasn't my best effort today. Not effort. Effort's not the right word. But I was a little out of sync. Just wasn't my best. But I'm thrilled with how these guys freaking rallied around me. And bullpen locked it down. We got some big hits late, and that was freaking awesome to watch.
For you, getting pushed back and going through the injury or whatever else, how much did that bother you? I know pitchers usually like to be on a routine.
Yeah, that was kind of what I think may have affected it today. We did what we had to do, given the circumstances, and it was my job to go out there and battle through not, having my best stuff or being on, the same routine, being a little off. They hit a few homers off me, man. They got me a few times, made it count, and I'm glad we came out on top.
As a starting pitcher, we always hear that there's going to be, 10, 15 times you're going to go out there and not have your best stuff. What have you learned about yourself to navigate through that when you don't have your best?
You're good enough to still compete at a high level when you're not at your best. You may not have your strikeout stuff. You may not have your swing and miss stuff, but you can still go out there and throw strikes, execute pitches, and get guys out the hard way. And, there were a few more walks than I would have liked today. Didn't really have my spin, but, we battled. We did what we could with what we had, and, I'm going to make sure that I make the adjustments I need to make and make sure I'm as ready as I can be for the next one.
As a starting pitcher who's been around that guy now for a little bit, any surprise to you that he'd be intentionally walked twice in the first 3 innings of the game?
No. They already did it, too, against Judge, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what happened when they didn't intentionally walk him. Almost a homer, and a screamer up the middle. So, I mean, nobody wants to face that guy. You just have to. And sometimes you don't. So.
Are you okay physically? You got pushed back a
Yes,
couple days?
I
That didn't bother you today?
am fully healthy today. Fully healthy.
As you've been here getting to know Santana, just what are your impressions been of him and seeing what he's also done on the field? Like, what's that meant to you guys?
Gosh, he's an incredible veteran leader. The way he, takes his stuff seriously. He's not crazy uptight. He's just consistent, neutral, and nose in the dirt guy. That's why he's got 15 years and he's still playing excellent baseball. It's awesome to have him around.